we're going to make a couple video demos. This one's going to be based on how to load data into Apache Superset. The first step that we're going to demo is how to load data into a managed service that is based on Apache Superset called Preset. You can make an account here on Preset, and when you log in, you'll get access to a page that looks like this. And in this workspace, you'll have the ability to upload data. And we're going to do that before we start with Apache Superset. And the reason we're going to do this is because it lessens the confusion related to configuration, whether the Docker containers are configured correctly, whether your data set is configured correctly. And we'll get to a join so that we'll know that the data set is clean. We don't have to worry about configuration if we're using preset. And we'll know that our join syntax is correct. And so all of those three variables, if you get stuck on one, can be time consuming because they're all interdependent on each other and you won't know which one to spend time on. And so the data set that we're going to start off with is based on a Tableau Udemy class. Now, Apache Superset seems to be based upon Tableau. It covers a lot of the same workflows. It copies some of the UI, and it looks like it offers the same type of features in an open source version. And so the data set, and also the benefit of using this Udemy class is that you can go through the Udemy class and understand how Tableau works in a couple different use cases. And so the data set that we're going to use is publicly available here at this URL called artofvisualization.com/pages/Tableau Advanced. And we're going to start off with the XLSX spreadsheet called 1000startups.xlsx spreadsheet. And this spreadsheet is composed of a couple different pages or sheets. We're going to use the two sheets called Overview and Financials. The other sheets we're not going to worry about, and we're going to export those into a folder of CSVs. So the way you do that is you say export to CSV, and it will give you the choice to select a folder, and in that folder it will put a CSV file for each sheet. So I've already done that, and I'm not going to repeat this and write over the data that we have. So once you have the CSV files, you can go to Preset and you can import them. And to import them, use data sets or SQL. I think I used data sets, data, and upload CSV to database. Now the alternative is to update this as a Google Sheet, which is more time consuming. There's a lot of bugs, or not a lot of bugs, but there's a lot of hurdles that you have to jump over with respect to getting the URL, getting the permissions set, and on and on. And so to import a CSV file, what we do is we click on Data, Upload CSV to Database. We're going to choose the file, and so we're going to choose two. We're going to choose Financials as our first one, and then I'm going to rename this to Financials Video 2 so that I know that this is the current upload that we're dealing with. I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to upload again another file so that I can create a join. And I'm going to choose Overview, and I'm going to rename this to Overview Video 2 so I know that this session is the one that we're dealing with. Okay, once these are imported, we can do a join under SQL Lab. We're going to say create a new tab, And then to verify that the tables have been uploaded correctly, you can click on See Table Schema. And we did both Financials Video 2 and we did Overview Video 2. And so the first check is to make sure that the column names here are the same as what you have in the CSV file. Now there may be cases, which is what I ran into, where the column names were corrupted and I ended up having the same column name twice in the two tables. And so if this is correct, then you can start to do SQL queries. And I would test out the simplest SQL query, which is just to do a select star on one table. So let's do that. So select star from overview video 2, and we should get a bunch exactly what was in the CSV file. Now, to do a join on ID between overview video 2 and financials video 2, there's a preset page on how to do a join, and this mimics what a Postgres SQL query is supposed to look like. So let's find that. Preset join. Okay, so the reason that I'm going to this page is because this is a little bit underspecified. And so this is an example of a valid join. It has to be in the same database. And this specific example, the database is public. And the first table that they're joining is called example 1. The second table is called example 2. And they're joining on the condition that the ID column in example 1 is equal to the ID column in example 2. So this is similar to what we want. We want to join on the ID column in financials video 2 and on the ID column in overview video 2. So let's just copy this and stick this into our SQL query window. Overview video 2, and this will be financials video 2 on overview video 2 dot ID equals financials video 2 dot ID. Okay, so we have to pick some columns that come from each of the two tables, and we have to specify the column and table name. And so let's pick ID. So let's pick overview video 2 dot ID, and we want, let's say, the 2015 revenue column from financials video 2. So let's do 2015 revenue from financials video 2. Oops. And so this won't run because it's a little confused between the 2015, this ambiguous. So let's do 2015 revenue. Now the problem is, because of the space, it won't know that that's like an actual column name. And if I hit run, it'll give me an error, and I think it won't time out. So one way around this is to either rename the column to like revenue 2015, or to make that a string like this. And if this runs, 2015 revenue. I'm sorry, this is wrong. It's reversed. Dot 2015 revenue. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so this works. And the lesson here is to make sure that you have any column that has a space in it um, denoted with a string or these single ticks. Okay, that's it for this first video on data loading into preset. The next video is going to cover, now that we have the join, the data load and the data load from CSV files correct, we're going to try to replicate this process into an Apache superset.